Hello my dear students, I am Ratnakar Soryamji from SK Public School. Today I am going to explain the course structure of social science of the class 10. So let's start the explanation of course structure of social science of class 10 with the first section, that is history. So if we come to the history, then there are 5 chapters are there in history. I mean, you are going to learn 5 chapters in history section in the whole class 10th. And then the first lesson is the rise of nationalism in Europe. The rise of nationalism in Europe. I mean, here we are going to learn about the European history of various countries, unification wars, unification revolutions. We are learning right from the France onwards, Italy, Germany, or it may be the unification of Britain. That is also we are going to learn in this chapter, as well as we are going to learn about the imperialism, as well as we are going to learn about the personification of the idea called freedom or liberty. I mean, personification of the idea called liberty into the female figures. About that also we will learn in the history first chapter, that is the rise of nationalism in Europe. And coming to the next lesson in history section, that is nationalism in India. So second chapter is nationalism in India. In this chapter we are mainly focused towards the nationalist movements in India, which were established by Mahatma Gandhi, the father of India. So about that we will learn in the nationalism in India. And the next third chapter in history is the making of a global world. The making of a global world, it is the third lesson in history section to the class 10. And then the fourth one, the age of industrialization. The age of industrialization, it is the fourth lesson in history to the class 10. And the fifth one is print culture and the modern world. Print culture and the modern world, it is the fifth lesson. I mean, it is the last lesson in history section to the class 10. Note one important point, that is all the lessons are to be assessed in periodic test as well as will be assessed in the annual, it means in the board examinations, which means these 5 lessons are compulsory to be learned by all the students. And then coming to the political science, there are 8 lessons. See, first one is power sharing, second one is federalism, third one is democracy and diversity. Fourth one is gender, religion and caste. Fifth one, popular struggles and movements. Sixth one, political parties. And seventh one is outcomes of democracy. And eighth one is challenges to democracy. So these are the 8 lessons to be learned by all the students of class 10. See, first one, as I told you, power sharing, right? So in power sharing, we are mainly going to learn about the power sharing systems of 2 important countries. One is Sri Lanka and another one is Belgium. And even we are going to learn the forms of power sharing, as well as we understand in this lesson about why power sharing is desirable. So about all these things we learn in the power sharing. Then next lesson, that is the federalism. Commonly you know that federalism means existence of more than one level of government. Existence of more than one level of government is commonly called as federalism. I mean, distribution of power into the various organs, or it may be into the various levels of the government. About all those things we learn in the federalism. As well as the third one is democracy and diversity. So this lesson will be evaluated or will be assessed only in the periodic tests. This lesson will be assessed only in the periodic tests. I mean, this lesson will not be assessed in the board examination. So, next, the fourth one is gender, religion and caste. Gender, religion and caste. It is the fourth lesson in political science. And then fifth one is popular struggles and movements. Popular struggles and movements. It is the fifth lesson, and this lesson also will be evaluated only in the periodic tests. This lesson will be assessed only in the periodic test. This lesson will not be assessed in the board examination. Then sixth one is political parties. And the next seventh one is outcomes of democracy. And last eighth lesson in political science, that is challenges to democracy. So this challenges to democracy, this lesson also will be evaluated only in the periodic tests, not in the board examination. So this is the overall course structure of political science. So in shortly we can understand that there are altogether 8 lessons, and out of these 8 lessons, 5 will be assessed in the board examination, and 3 which are those 3: democracy and diversity, popular struggles and movements, challenges to democracy. These 3 lessons will be evaluated only in the periodic tests. So this is the course structure of political science. Then geography. In geography, there are 7 lessons. Altogether in geography, you need to learn 7 lessons. First one, the resources and development. First one is resources and development. Second one is forest and wildlife. One important point, see about forest and wildlife. This lesson will be assessed only in the periodic test, and it will not be assessed in the board examination. So the next lesson, the third one is water resources. Same, this lesson also will be evaluated only in the periodic test, and it will not be evaluated in the board examination. Then the fourth one is agriculture. Fourth one is agriculture. And the fifth one is minerals and energy resources. Minerals and energy resources. It is the fifth lesson in geography. And the sixth lesson is manufacturing industries. Sixth one is manufacturing industries. And the seventh one is lifelines of national economy. Lifelines of national economy. It is the seventh lesson in geography section. In economics, there are totally 5 lessons. So let's say about those. First one is development, and second one is sectors of the Indian economy, and the third lesson in economics is money and credit, and fourth one is globalization and the Indian economy, and the last lesson in economics, the fifth lesson in economics, that is consumer rights. Consumer rights, it is the last and the fifth lesson of the economics section. And important point about this lesson, consumer rights. See, just listen once again. This lesson to be done as only as project work. This lesson is reserved only for the purpose of project work, which means each student must prepare one project over the consumer rights about this lesson. So this is the overall course structure of the economics section. So I have finished the whole course structure of social science of class 10. Hope you have understood.